And let's review this market here. This is the next market in this group. I review one of this group every week. Now let's start again from the weekly time frame. And when we actually look at this market has been somehow technical. We had measure move here that came into play in 2011. And it broke price into the first and second target here. So this market was clearly extended here. So when the market is extended, we model it in a different way. We attempted to model it in a different way. And we got a break here, which was an indication that, and this is one of the patterns that I teach in more detail in the FibStalker methods, there was the potential for a reversal after hitting the first time, which is what happened there. Because the sequence was not holding, right? Now, when that happens, what we see is usually a retrace into the trend continuation area. Can you see how beautifully this market has retraced into that area? Basically, that happened in June here, end of June. All right, so what this means is that there is a potential participation long in this market from weekly participants, okay? And if we wanted to model the sequence of move lower, we could use one of these two traces. This market retraced all the way halfway back here, and if it was not for the participation of the weekly around 69.12 here, 13, this market would continue lower into that first target. Okay, so this market at the moment is showing weekly shorts fighting against monthly longs. That's how smart money is actually participating in this market. Now, recently we saw also daily, or if you wish, weekly long, sustaining this price. Why we can say that? So this is aligned. So the participation that came from weekly and dailies is actually aligned with the participation from monthly here. As you can see here, this area 72.94 to 72 has been defended so far. Now it's being retested, and second tests are dangerous tests, but this is something that you want to keep an eye on. The 72.94 could be an area where this market bounces and continues higher. Why? Because the larger, at the moment, the larger time frame has the upper hand. Clearly showed that there was some participation there. Now, how do we play this? How can we look at this? Well, we go to the daily time frame. We also look at how the dump money is actually currently positioned in this market. And as I mentioned before, the lows to highs here have been respected at the moment. And we have dump money that is actually still pushing this price lower. Every time these areas were tested here, somehow price came back. All right, so now the dump money is still pushing this price lower. However, again, as I mentioned before, there's not really a lot we can do at the moment until we wait for a test of a long, which will come from 73 area, or actually dump money area is retested. Now, I also want to bring your attention to the fact that there could be an opportunity for a short if this 73 is not tested. And the reason for this is that we had participation from daily shorts, and this is more evident if I remove the smart money here, sorry, the dump money here, which is represented by the moving averages. And as you can see here, there was participation in this area 75.05 short into that first target. Now, the market either goes and continues into 72.80, bringing price into that area of potential participation higher, and this is good because we can use an extended market on the downside to increase our probability of entering a long and confirmation as well. Or this market could retrace before and offer us a short before a long is offered, okay? And that will come around this 74.26. All right, so market gets there, it gets pushed lower again into what? Into the first target, which lines up with that area of support. So this is an area of support, not because there is previous, the price here, that some people would look at that market that way. No, it is, in my view, because there is participation from algorithms on the larger time frame. If you have any questions, as usual, you can write them down, and I'll be happy to answer these questions, okay? So this concludes the review for the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen. I offered you two opportunities, one long and one short. Okay, thanks for watching. Now,